Just 3 weeks into filming The Outlaw Josey Wales, something almost unthinkable happened. Director Philip Kaufman was fired in the middle of production. The crew was shocked only a small part of the movie had been shot, and the schedule was already slipping. The official explanation was creative differences, but the real issue was a sharp clash of working styles. Kaufman insisted on long rehearsals, multiple takes, and constant lighting tweaks. He could halt a scene over a tiny gesture, and while some appreciated his precision, the cast was wearing down fast. Clint Eastwood, the film's star and a producer, saw the project slowing to a crawl. His own approach worked quickly, trust instinct, keep performances alive couldn't be more different. Tension grew until disagreements turned personal. Fearing a shutdown, the studio stepped in and removed Kaufman. For the crew, it felt like the entire production was suddenly hanging by a thread, with no clear idea who would finish the film or if it could be finished at all.
Moving, boy. Josey, they'll be coming after us. We gotta take that brush.
After Philip Kaufman was removed from The Outlaw Josey Wales, the set was left in a strange silence. The studio expected production to stop, but it never did. Clint Eastwood arrived that morning as the lead actor, and by that evening he was the new director. He didn't call meetings or wait for approvals. He simply said, "We're shooting." The crew, already trusting his discipline and steady temperament, followed him immediately. According to the cinematographers, the transition of power took less than an hour, no speeches, just a quiet shift. The change in pace was dramatic. Scenes that once dragged for half a day were now finished within an hour. Eastwood worked fast. Minimal rehearsals, simple setups, 1 or 2 takes. He cut unnecessary dialogue and focused on capturing the scene's energy rather than perfecting every detail. Warner Brothers expected chaos after Kaufman's exit, but Eastwood stabilized the production almost instantly. Many crew members later admitted they felt relieved for the first time. They believed the film could actually be completed, and maybe even turn out better than expected.
I've got some unfinished business in Missouri.
When Clint Eastwood took over The Outlaw Josey Wales, he brought a directing style completely opposite to Philip Kaufman's. Eastwood believed the strongest moments came early, often in the very first take before actors started overthinking the scene. That philosophy reshaped the entire production. Kaufman relied on long rehearsals and precise control. Eastwood worked fast, quick blocking, one run-through, then roll camera. Scenes that once lasted half a day were suddenly finished in under an hour. Cinematographers Bruce Surtees and Dennis Sanders noted how dramatically the pace increased. Eastwood rarely changed lighting once he liked the frame, and he almost never asked for extra takes unless something technical went wrong. Actors later said the shift felt freeing, it kept their performances natural and alive. This one-take approach didn't just save time, it gave the film its raw, spontaneous tone. Much of what audiences now recognize as the energy of Josey Wales came directly from Eastwood's instinct to trust the moment and move on.
Wales. What's say?
Josey Wales. They say he's coming into Texas.
Won't come through here, though. Killed 50, 60 men. Regulators are all over the place looking for him.
For many cast members of The Outlaw Josey Wales, Clint Eastwood, Chief Dan George, Sandra Locke, Bill McKinney, and John Vernon, this production became one of the toughest of their careers. Filming across Missouri, Utah, and Arizona meant extreme heat, sudden storms, and terrain that punished both actors and horses. Bill McKinney recalled temperatures over 100 degrees Fahrenheit and dust so thick it covered equipment in minutes. Makeup melted, costumes had to be dried between takes, and Panavision cameras needed constant cleaning. John Vernon said the chase scenes were more physically demanding than his work in Point Blank or Dirty Harry. Chief Dan George, already in his 70s, handled long shooting days with help from assistants and schedule adjustments. Despite the challenges, cast members said Eastwood's leadership brought focus and steadiness, turning a punishing shoot into something manageable.
Well, that one in the center, he had a flap holster and he was in no itching hurry. And the one second from the left, he had scared eyes. He wasn't gonna do nothing.
When Clint Eastwood took over directing The Outlaw Josey Wales, it sparked a major clash with the Directors Guild of America. Eastwood stepped in immediately after Philip Kaufman's removal, but the DGA had strict rules. An actor or producer cannot replace a fired director without official approval. The Guild saw Eastwood's move as a violation and feared it would set a dangerous precedent. In response, the DGA issued a formal penalty, some sources say Warner Brothers was fined, others suggest Eastwood faced disciplinary action. The situation became notable enough that the Guild later created the informal Eastwood rule, meant to prevent actors from taking over the director's chair in similar circumstances. Despite the controversy, Warner Brothers backed Eastwood. His quick takeover kept the film from collapsing and allowed production to continue on schedule, something the studio valued far more than internal guild politics.
Comanches. They're not gonna like us killing these friends of theirs. We better get moving.